Hey there, this is Lisa with Charmenzi Furniture. Just wanted to show you a little project I did this weekend. I found a pot, a clay pot on the clearance rack at Lowe's and thought what a great way to use all my extra pieces of WoodUBend and some phenomenal chalk paste. I just wanted to show you what we can do. So the way I looked at it was I wanted to be able to put an edge around the entire pot. And with those pieces, I didn't think I had, so I did cut them in half, but I did that lengthwise, as you can kind of see here. Sorry, I did speed up this video so you wouldn't be bored to tears with a long video. Anyway, so as you can see, the edges are rough. The edges are crooked, nothing is straight, but once we're done, you won't even notice. I just put a bunch of little pieces and appliques and got them on there. And then I wiped all the glue down and I would use the hot gun again just to make sure we got really good adhesion. And I would use the paintbrush, put a little water, just to clean up the edges a bit. Sorry, you guys, I'm a little tired today. See that big old chip on the bottom? That's why it was on the clearance rack. But anyway, here I am mixing up some paint, and it was kind of like a mucky color. I had a bunch of leftover paint, and I thought, what kind of color can I get out of this? So when I first started to paint, I thought, no, I don't like this color at all. But I think you will see after the second coat, it actually came out really pretty. It's kind of like a light mauve. So here are the ones I've chosen to use today. The Posh Chalk Paste. This stuff is like amazing. If you have not been using it, you really should, because once it's dried, it is like hard as a rock and it's so durable. It doesn't even need a top coat. It's like amazing. It comes in like the most wonderful, vibrant, metallic colors. So what I'm doing is I am going to dry brush over this paint. I'm going to dry brush all around, and then we're going to accent it. I will tell you the colors I used today of the Posh Chalk Paste are the metallic blue Prussian, the black carbon, the green FTHALO, and the red medium Cadmium. And also, once we start to glam this up, I used orange gold pigment. And what I do is I mix that with a little of the Infuser, and it makes the perfect metallic gold. They have all different color golds. So what I will do is I will list all these ingredients, because I know you probably won't remember them, but only if your mind is like mine where you're doing a million things at a time. Anyway, as you can tell, I was actually doing this inside, because here in Arizona right now it's about 120 degrees it seems like. So I was looking for things that I had put on the back burner because I was working on furniture, but it's a little too hot to be out in the she shed doing that right now. But I will list all these products that I use below, in the link below, and I'll list them one by one. So if you have any questions, you'll be able to just look and see what I use. Again, I feel like I'm just repeating myself. I'm sorry. Anyway, so as you can tell, I'm layering it and layering it. I loved how it was coming out. When I dry brush, I dab a little bit in there. I take my brush and I run it on the box, and just to make sure it gets spread out evenly on the tips. And I just wanted that, and I don't even want to say rustic. I wanted it going for like a Roman look, or I call it gladiator look, or a old, French pot, or an old Italian pot. That's what I was really going for with this. But what's really funny about this pot is I'm actually not going to use it for planting, and you'll see what we're going to do with it. It's not only are we redoing it, but recreating it. We're actually repurposing it too for something a little more fun, I think. So after I got all done and the colors blended really well, I went back and added some more of the red, just because I thought it looks really pretty. I know the lighting's kind of weird, but it does look more of like a really, really hot pink, which is absolutely my favorite besides purple. Now we're getting ready to do my favorite part, where I will be mixing the orange gold pigment with the infuser. And what I'm going to do is mix it up And I will say the viscosity, if you mix it, the thicker it is, and you don't want it super thick, but the thicker it is, the more, basically the more shine you get. The more glam is what I like to call it. It's more translucent the more infuser you use. But so what you can see here is that I am literally just going over the raised areas with my little brush, and it's very simple. I am just, again, going over the raised areas and any other little spots I think, oh, well, some little sparkle would look good. Now, what's really funny is you're going to see here how I'm telling you just to go over the raised areas. And then, as you'll see, I turn here again in a minute and I think, oh, well, for me, that's actually not enough gold. So I had to go and keep going. So you'll see I add more, which I think it made it fun. It makes it stand out. So, you know, this was just one of these things that it's for me. It's not for sale. I have had a couple people ask me to do something very similar because I sent them pictures so they could see what I was working on when I was trying to stay out of the heat. But anyway, so I got my glam added, and I added, this is going to hold my paintbrushes. So all my paintbrushes in one spot. So you'll see that I did add a canister to the center for all my big handled paintbrushes, and I filled it with pinto beans. They're lighter, they're easy to put your brushes in, and they're much better than little pebbles or rice. So there you have it. Voila. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments and like and subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.